So ladies, have you ever had an event that you had to attend and you had the perfect outfit in mind? So you run to your local department store and after searching high and low, you come up empty-handed. Now gentlemen, you understand the importance of that special woman in your life finding that perfect outfit. If she doesn't, your evening is not going to go as planned. Now imagine being plus size and trying to find something so simple. The task is just horrible. After being plus size my entire life, I understand how hard it is trying to find those simple, effortless pieces in your closet and time again ending up empty-handed. Good morning, my name is Whitney Jones and I am the owner and designer of Liv Kiss, which stands for Living Your Life to the Fullest in Clothing That Keep It Simple. In today's market, fashion brands have made sizing a tremendous change. When I say that, I mean in 1958, a simple size 12 is now a size 6. As Americans have grown drastically larger, clothing companies are making their clothing to make Americans feel skinnier. Oops, I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. While it does not affect men as much as it affects women, oops, I'm sorry, it's much more a sweeping issue because depending on what we do day to day or what our title is, our clothing needs to show that as well. So for example, if I'm running for the President of the United States, I can't wear the same thing as a college student. Now when we think of the plus size industry, we think of dull colors, bright, crazy fabrics. We think of pants with elastics or dresses that does nothing for our figure. When we hear certain conversations about the plus size industry, we hear things such as many things. Oh, she doesn't want to draw attention. Live life, date, be confident, wear fitted clothing with bold colors or patterns. When the exact opposite is true, says the curvy fashionista. In an open letter written to Forever 21, Carissa states, your reckless disregard of fat people's feelings is shameful. Your plus size selection is shoved in the corner with no yellow lines, no mirrors, and zero accessories. This not only hurts those who are trying to change the way people think of plus size, it also hurts those who have a brand. Did you know that the plus size industry grows $17.5 billion last year, and they still don't have it right? At Liv Kiss, we came up with 10 pieces, 10 core pieces that I went back and looked for of what I miss on a daily basis in my closet. We offer shirts, skirts, pants, and dresses, but we make sure all of our pieces are very transitional throughout your day. When I say that, I basically mean is that whether you're going to your child's play, parent-teacher conferences, if you're going to a boardroom meeting or happy hour, your pieces will transition with you throughout the day. Now, when we talk about our clothing, we wanted to make sure that we launch twice a year. After research shows that by us launching twice a year, we're able to offer the client a piece that they will not only love, but they will be able to wear time and time again, and they will know that it'll look perfect on them every time. Our next line is launching March 14th, and all the pieces on our site range between the prices of $50 and $75. The next slide I'm going to show you is our business model. When we think of a business model or somebody who sews, we say, oh, she just gets in front of a sewing machine, puts two pieces of fabric together, and voila. But trust me, I wish it was that simple. Our first stage is budget and deadline. In this stage, we make sure that we have the budget that will not only allow us to have affordable pieces to our clients, but it will also give us a deadline to make sure we're staying on target when we want to launch the new line. Our next is create designs. In this stage, I literally sit in my basement for days and I think about the pieces that I want to create for the line. If something is staying the same, if I'm changing the fabric or notions, this is where that happens. Our next stage is the tech pack. In the tech pack, I basically develop a PDF that consists of measurements. It consists of, the length of the garment, the sleeve length, the sleeve width. It consists of the neck opening. So it's a really detailed process, but we make sure it gets right. Also in the tech pack stage, we use our sample models, which is a size 16 to 18 and a 22 and 24. And we just make sure that no matter what the size, that the fit fits perfectly. Our next slide, or our next stage, is the selection process. In the selection process, we work with a manufacturer that's located right here in St. Louis, Missouri. And he's a wholesale manufacturer. So I'm able to go to him and say, hey, I need X, Y, and Z when it comes to fabric. And he shows me what he has, and I'm able to make my selection. By him being wholesale, I get the fabric at a very affordable cost. Our next stage is develop. In the development stage, we are now getting ready for our photo shoot. So I create the garments in multiple sizes, and I make sure to have a diverse group of models. So since I go from sizes 12 to 36, each one of my models is one of those sizes. That way it shows the person buying it, okay, I can wear this, I'm not too big for this, or this will look just like it looks on the model. Our next stage is marketing. Now for this launch, we're going to use Facebook business ads. This will basically blast our business across Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. In addition, we've been selected for the TCF Style event. At this event, I will be put in front of other people who are currently in the plus size industry, whether bloggers, fashion brands, and even customers who are looking for clothing. I will be able to sell my items to those who don't know about me, and so I'll not only bring in revenue, but I'll also meet great new people. In addition, at this event, I will be giving 3 bloggers items of my clothing. This way, they can not only review and tell me how they like my clothing, but they will also be able to tell all of their followers, hey, this is Liv Kiss, this is what she offers, you should support her as well. Our next stage is the producement stage. In this stage, so I'll walk you through the steps. You go to my website, livandkiss.com, you select the shirt, you order your size, I get an email, and then it takes me 3 business days to make that garment. Once it's made, that garment will be shipped to you in 6 business days or less by U.S. Postal Service priority mail. Upon the client receiving the garment, a signature is required. This is a slide of my team. We have me, Whitney Jones, who is the owner and the creative designer. We have Tiffany Ware, who is the finance manager. She makes sure I stay on track when it comes to the funds and the money, what I'm spending and what I can afford to buy. And then we have Jada Holloway, who is in charge of all things marketing. This is the forecasted sales. As we just started this business in 2016, we grossed $4,500. Our goal for this year is $7,000. As you can see, over the next couple of years, we're just trying to stay active and just continue our revenue increase. I would like to thank you for letting me tell you about my business, Liv Kiss, and I'm open to any questions.
I remembered to clap before picking up the mic, so I can't be trained. Who wants to start with questions?
So your first year, you said you grossed $4,500.
Yes.
Please tell us what that's like. Like, is it adventuresome? Is it dull? Is it peaks and valleys? What is $4,500 in a year like?
It's amazing, especially coming off of a dream and just a goal. I was surprised when I made $4,500. So that $4,500 came from custom orders, prom orders, special events, the website. But I would say it was definitely awesome. It showed me that I can do this, I will do this, and not to stop.
When you're in, the plus sizes, do you find one of the problems is that, there's what body type it is sometimes hard? Is that way with the separates, or?
It is somewhat hard, but what I went and did is that I created my own size chart. So I took my friends who are between the size 12 to 36, and I've measured them all. So let's say I had two friends who were a size, let's say 22. I found their average, and that was what would work for that size. Because nobody's built the same, everybody's different. So you have to make sure not only you're using fabric that will be able to still look fine on multiple sizes, but you're also accommodating those who are in between sizes.
If you would allow me to offer a thought that
Sure.
I had. You've got a catchy name, something that people are, in my opinion, they're going to remember.
Okay.
Yet, my immediate, when I went to my mobile phone and I Googled Liv and Kiss, I immediately spelled Liv, L-I-V-E.
Okay.
And everything that popped up happened to be with the Kiss band.
Okay.
So obviously, that's not in your own. When I typed in Liv and Kiss spelled properly, you came right at the top. So my thought is that you may want to consider getting higher up there in the Google search category with a little bit of fuzzy search logic with your name spelled L-I-V-E.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
Hi.
what are your thoughts on something like crowdfunding with a Kickstarter to try to increase some of the brand awareness and also get some sales?
I like that idea. I haven't really did a lot of research on it. I'm still trying to see what works. So it's definitely an option.
Thanks.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can you talk a little bit about your plans or what your plans are as far as scaling? Because obviously the way that you're structured now, it's very custom sort of order, and then it gets created and shipped and everything. So do you have plans to make it more automated and larger scale?
So my long-term goal with this business, I want to basically be a wholesaler. So I want to service boutiques and department stores. So I actually work with the lady who's in the basement of this building.
I was wondering if you knew about her. So
Yeah,
okay.
I work with Lydia. So for the Atlanta event, she's going to actually produce all of my garments. I'm going to supply her with the supplies, but it not only keeps my costs down, it's a quick turnaround because it's impossible for me to create 100 garments in 2 months and I still have a full-time job. So being able to work with her is really giving me the opportunity to get the product out there. There's also a production company by the name of Liberty and Justice that's in Ethiopia. I'm in the talks with working with them. Once I get to the Target level, the Macy's level, the Nordstrom level, I'm going to have them produce all of my items. That way it's more of a mass market and it can be a quicker turnaround.
Maybe I missed it, but what is your kind of near-term and long-term marketing strategy? Because in fashion seems to be about 50%, at least 50% marketing, just letting people be aware of what you have. And it seems like that's where you're going to live and die, just brand awareness.
So when it comes to marketing, as of right now, we're going to do the Facebook ads. We're just starting really slow. All of the items that I'm currently offering is a limited order, so we can make 30 of each garment. Once they're gone, and then we'll have to, of course, start a new campaign. As far as long-term marketing, that's a good question. That's not something I've really thought about, to be really honest with you, but I definitely need to figure that out quick.
On the marketing point, are you doing a lot with like any type of content, putting together your own blog? I mean, you have a product that is trying to solve a problem that is pretty emotional.
Okay.
And I would imagine there's a ton of bloggers out there that would love it, a ton of influencer marketing that you can get for free,
Right.
and putting out your own content would really help a lot.
So I've thought about it. I really want to go down like the YouTube channel aspect to just get my brand out there. As far as working with bloggers, I would like to. I've been into talks with some here in St. Louis, and we want to give them some pieces so they can review it. But just to get my name out there, and to especially if they have, let's say, 5,000 followers, that's 5,000 people that will learn about me. But as far as me doing the blogging, I don't think so. It's not my cup of tea.
Hi, Whitney. Sorry, I'm a little late. But as it relates to, like the gentleman said about marketing, it may be a good idea to try and visit some of the local boutiques. They have a following,
Right.
and if that means that you set up something in their particular shop with some type of incentive, maybe $5 off of something, And a lot of the boutiques, I mean, I just know they're not favoring plus size women at all.
Right. Right.
So if you start with them, I mean, a lot in Central West End, a lot everywhere with that, and get on their following. And it is a very good idea to get onto social media and get those blogs out there, because that is the weight of the world. You know, that's how people do everything. So maybe if you don't do it, maybe you should find somebody else to do it. I hate to tell my age, but millennials are good with that stuff. I'm not, but they are, and they will take it and run wild. So, and it also may be a good idea to, I don't know if you were here when Dawn from Made for Freedom was here. Dawn is a great person to kind of get in touch with, because she can kind of get you in a mindset of getting your product out there, you know, on a wider scale.
Okay. So to answer, well, to talk about that. So I do have a meeting set up with 3 different boutiques here in St. Louis next week. A couple boutiques have contacted me. We want you to do consignment, but they wanted me to pay them $200 a week to be in their store. So I understand what you're saying about having those conversations with those boutiques, especially if they want to target plus size, but they're currently not. So I think.
Sure. You seem very determined, and I believe that you're going to succeed. So the question is scalability then. If, you know, when the orders come flying in, you're very dedicated, you're going to get the orders. When they come flying in, are you going to be able to ramp up production enough to meet the demand?
Yes. So Lydia, who's in the basement, she has a complete
Lydia in the basement. That's her actual name. She is one of the most, best kept secrets about this building. She's awesome.
So when you say, and I appreciate Lydia in the basement, that's awesome. But you know, is that 100 outfits a month? Is that 300 outfits a month? Is that 500? What does that look like?
So to give you an example, for the skirt order that I'm getting ready to give her, it's 22 skirts, 2 different color fabrics. She says she'll be done in an hour. So she literally has a team, and I help with the team that we bring in, and she has every type of machine you would ever need. It's amazing. If you ever have a chance to go down there.
In the basement of this building, it's amazing. Like, I didn't know she was there for the first year and a half I was in this building, but she had only 2 elevators go to it, or one anyway. You have to kind of know how to get there. But when the Hey Let's Train, when McAaron was looking for somebody to manufacture his pants, and then realized that she was there, and when she went down there to talk to her, she was doing like this huge order for Disney. Like, she does, like, I mean, she does stuff for all over the country, all over the world, and she's in her basement. So anyway. No, I was just blown away.
Thank you for the presentation. I do appreciate that. Just a quick question, probably as a percentage, because I don't know what your price point is, but do you know offhand what your customer acquisition cost is currently through the Facebook ads?
No.
Okay.
No.
But very good, thank you.
That's a tricky.
I don't even explain that to me, because I don't even know what that means. So explain that to me, please.
Okay.
And maybe it's a number I know, but...
So basically you have your ad spend that you have for your Facebook, right?
Okay.
And you can track, to some extent, those conversions that you're getting from that ad spend.
Okay.
One of the ways that's typically most popular to do that is using the tracking pixel on the actual ad that you're putting out there.
Okay.
And so you have your cost, and then, you know, since you have a year of sales, you can kind of track this. You can see, how much was that customer worth in that year? So were they reoccurring? Did they come back? Was it just a one-time sale and then you lost them? And that way you can look at, okay, so I know for every $1 that I put into Facebook advertising, I get $1.25 back from that.
Okay.
And the reason why you really care about that is you can use that to decide where to allocate, you know, I'm a small business too, so it's where you have limited funds for advertising, right?
Yes.
You need to figure out where they're most effective. So if Facebook is yielding $1.25, and Instagram is yielding $3,
right?
You know, and then ideally, once you have the funds or you have a pool of funds, you want to spend until that number's at parity, right? So
Okay.
for every dollar, you get $1 back. And then you keep on, that's how you mitigate customer churn, that's how you can find new people, so.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
it does, and no, I do not know that number,
Okay.
because this is the first time that we're actually paying for advertising.
Very good, then take a look, ask your marketing person
I
to
will.
work that up for you
I
immediately.
will. Okay, I will.